What's up, guys? It's your boy Billy Clinton here, about to do a discussion on the new archetype that's coming out in Secrets of Eternity, which will drop in stores tomorrow, and that is infernoids. Infernoids basically are monsters that come out in the new set, and it's basically a milling archetype, a type that can't be normal summoned or special summoned, and well, they can't be normal summoned or set. They have to be special summoned by banishing other infernoid monsters from your hand or graveyard to the banish zone to special summon them. Now, they have bigger monsters and small ones. Small ones that are the ones that are level 4 and lower. Don't get me wrong, there's one more. I don't have the third one, but they take one. You banish one, you can special one from your hand. Now, these guys cannot be special summoned from the graveyard once they hit the graveyard, but the ones that are level 5 and higher can. Now, they all have special effects when they come onto the field. I know, let me read one of these real quick. This one targets spells and traps. You can destroy those. This one destroys monsters when it's special summoned. And there's one more. I don't remember the name of it, but he bounces face-up cards to your opponent's hand. Now, that's definitely good, considering that destroying isn't, we don't really look upon destroying this format. But when the low guys use their effects, they cannot attack the turn that they use them. But they can be used for Exceed summons and whatnot. Now, usually you would banish the level 4s and 3s and 2s for the levels 5s, 6s, 7s, and 8s, which are these guys. This is their boss monster, Anoku. I'll get to him in a second. The lowest guy, he's Piatti. He's not all that good, but you can banish 2, and if he attacks and does damage with your monster, then he can take a card from your hand. He's like a bigger Spirit Reaper type ordeal. Next, you got Sitsimus. I like this guy. If he attacks a monster, I don't know if he has to do damage, but I think he's okay. If this card attacks your opponent's monster, this effect can be activated at the end of the battle phase. He can banish a card on the field if he attacks. So I really like this guy. I will be running him at 3. I'll end up doing a deck profile tomorrow. I think I should have all the cards tomorrow, but just want to do a quick discussion on these guys. Atanadel, he's pretty good. I usually run him at 3 too. If he's your beat stick of the deck, and 2800 attack. If he attacks a monster, he can attack again. So usually he puts pressure on the board when it comes to having one of these guys. One thing to note: when you special summoning your little guys and your big guys for try to do OTKs, you can't just flat out special summon all 3 of these big guys. The levels on the board have to be 8 or lower. So usually you would, depending on the circumstance, like if you need to destroy a back row, you would destroy a back row with this guy, and then you would special summon your boss monster, and then consider, since the levels now are more than 8 on board, you can't special summon anything else. But their boss monster, Anoku, he's pretty damn good. When he gets on the field, he's like a monster nuke. He can destroy all monsters on the field, and then once per turn, if opponent special summons a monster, or correction, you can destroy all monsters on the field once per turn during either player's turn. When a spell or trap card or effect is activated, you contribute 1 monster, negate the activation, and if you do, banish this target. So usually you special summon him, he nukes everything, and then you normal summon a card. And there's other cards in here. You just don't run infernoids unless you use the infernoid spells and traps, which is kind of slow this format. But with that, people are doing different deck ideas. First, I'll talk about how to get these guys to the graveyard. There's a card that's out called Reasoning, and this basically what you do is you have your opponent guess a level, and they'll guess a level. If they guess the level right, then the monster doesn't get special summoned on the field. If they guess the level wrong, then it is special summoned. The thing is with this card and these guys can't be normal or special unless they are banished, or you banish one from your hand or graveyard. So you can keep milling these guys in your graveyard and just fill up your graveyard with reasoning, which is damn good for this deck. I've seen several builds with this deck. Here goes some nominees for how to get stuff in the graveyard. I'm using Lightsworn build, but Card Trooper mills 3 off the bat when it's summoned, and it can't get bottomless. That's why I like this card, and it's good for a reasoning target. Curry Bandit, I was iffy about because I hate milling into it with reasoning, but Curry Bandit mill 5 off the bat at the end phase, get a spell card or a trap card. All in all, this is the version I'll be using. I'll be using Lightsworns with these guys, and it's pretty damn good. Yeah, speaking of Lightsworn, the object of this is basically to mill as fast as you possibly can. Fill up your graveyard with these guys, and then start special summoning them and start beating face. There's different variants of this deck, though. I've seen a Burning Abyss type of build. Basically using the level 3s to special and stall out, and then using Dante to mill your infernoids and also get effects to benefit through milling your Burning Abyss monsters. These two variants that I'm introducing are slower than the Lightsworn build, but they're built on control. We all know how Burning Abyss are really controlling. They can OTK you in one turn if they want, and this just helps because you can get Dantes on the board and it won't affect the levels of your Infernoid monsters because they're ranked. These are Exceeds, so they're ranks, they're not levels, so that's very important. I've seen that build, and I've also seen a Shadal build. Basically more control, but instead of Shadal Winda being your control aspect, these guys are all fire attribute, as you see. So your El Shadal Gristia will be your main boss monster in this deck. So you'll plus by sending Shadal monsters to the graveyard, while sending these guys also, bringing these guys, Shadal Gristia out. El Shadal Gristia out, and you run, usually, I haven't seen a deck profile yet that hasn't ran 3 Sitsimus, so that gives you, as you see, you have 2 level 7s, will give you access to Big Eye and Draco Stack plays, which can help you control and maintain the field. Basically, I've introduced 3 types: Lightsworn, Burning Abyss, and Shadal variants that you can basically use. I hope this helps you guys when it comes to making your decision, or you can come up with something else. Hit me up, let me know what kind of Infernoid deck profile you might want to make, or give me some ideas, maybe help me out for an Infernoid player to an Infernoid player. This is Mr. GG, and I'm signing out.